It's time, boys. We got a good one this week. We only got one video coming in. I hope. I've never been more excited to make a video. We got the week 3 matchups. We've got category winners for the week. Blaine, you took Eifert from me off the waiver. We got some good rankings. A ranking that I'm gonna do that you guys don't know about. Oh, the video submission just popped up. We're gonna go over week 4 matchups, and then we have a look at the standings. So it's gonna be a pretty good video. My team is not great. I don't know, guys. I'm rattled right now. Let's go. Let's do it. All right, guys. Quickly going over the week 3 matchups. Just very quickly. I played Coulter. I lost 111 to 81. I was a low point scorer. Hunter played Blaine. And Blaine beat him 106 to 93. Hunter, you are 0-3. That is not good. Keep in mind, guys, that this is rivalry week. So if you won, let the other guy know. I wasn't on GroupMe all weekend, so I don't know what everyone was talking about. I didn't go back and read it. I actually should. I should do that. Anyways, Colin versus Alex. Alex destroyed him. Colin had a few guys that didn't do much, so that's really not good. 154 to 83. Jason versus Nick. Battle of the Brothers. Nick came away with a win. I think we all expected it. Jason put up a good number. He put up 125. That would have beaten pretty much everyone but 3 other people in the league. Just matchups is what it comes down to. So, Nick, you're 3-0. Congrats on that. Brad, you are 0-3 now after losing to Jeremy. Jeremy put up 159 points. That was too much for you to... I mean, you could have doubled your score and almost lost. So, you're right there with me with not scoring points very often. So, you're going to have a tough season ahead of you unless something changes. Connor and Nathan, they are now 3-0 after beating Partney 150 to 124. Again, just solid play by the newbies. So, their prediction of winning a championship, it's looking good so far. They're off to undefeated. So there you have it. Those are your week 3 matchups. As for, what do we have next? As for the category winner, the category this past week was, let me pull it up. I mean, I know what it is. It was the team with the most points scored. So basically just the high point score. And the winner of that was Jeremy with 159 that we just saw. So I'll go ahead and update that in the Facebook. Low point scorer, just for shits and gigs, was me. Yeah, I'm not doing too well, guys. Not doing too well at all. But anyways, congrats, Jeremy, on winning the $5. Next week's category for the $5 is Bless 'em. If you guys watch Hard Knocks, you'll know what that reference is from. It is the wide receiver with the most catches. Jarvis Landry had the most catches last year. He's the one who kept saying bless him in Hard Knocks, so it's only fitting that we name the category Bless Him. So, if 2 receivers have the same amount of catches, again, you have to start these guys, but if your receiver and someone else on the other team both have 12 catches, and that's the most, the receiving yards break the tie, so whoever has the most receiving yards, that person will win. Congrats, Alex. I think you're going to win it. I mean... Michael Thomas, I don't think he's had less than 10 catches in one game yet. So I'm going to go ahead and just call that one. Okay, so up next, our first of 2 rankings in this commissioner's address. Give me a second to prepare for it, and I'll get right into it. All right, guys. The first thing I'm ranking in this video, let's all just go back to draft night. Not the first one, but the second one. The real draft where it actually happened. Let's just try and forget about that first. Yeah. It's round 1. Everyone's nervous. Your pick comes around. Maybe your guy's not there. And you're drafting your potential superstar for your team. I am ranking everyone's first round draft pick from 12 all the way to who had the best first round draft pick. Here right now, I'm going to throw up everyone's picks. There we go, 1 through 12. You can see who picked who. And then let's go ahead and take that off now. I will throw up the individual player so you guys can kind of see their stats through the season. So at number 12, with the worst pick in the first round of our draft, Le'Veon Bell. No one expected it, but since he's not playing, he's obviously the worst pick. I mean, anyone would have been better. So Blaine, after hearing what I was ranking, you knew you were going to be last, so sorry. Number 11, Dalvin Cook. I took him at 11, so it was a late first round pick, which I've kind of given credit for people here for the later picks, kind of because you don't have much to choose from. There's not much risk. You just kind of pick the best available. But Dalvin Cook, I definitely could have picked McCaffrey or Michael Thomas or Fournette even though he didn't play a game also. Cook just hasn't really done much. He's gotten like 12 and 13. I'll throw it up here. I don't know what it is. It's 13 and 12 and then didn't play. So please just don't get hurt, Dalvin. So I got 11 there. Number 10, David Johnson. Jason, you picked him. He put up 17 week 1 just because of volume, and then 6 and then 16. So volume is getting him points, but his offense is bad this year. So because you had the 4th overall pick and you picked him over some of the other people, you get the 10th spot. At number 9, we have Partney with Kareem Hunt. Not saying number 6 was a stretch, but you definitely could have picked Kamara over him, which is what I think a lot of people would have done. But you picked Kareem, and that gives you the number 9 spot. There's so many weapons on that team. He had 5 points week 1 and then 15 and 16. So he's starting to become a little more consistent, but hopefully that holds up for you. So you get the number 9 spot. At number 8, this was tough. I put Zeke, and I think I think a lot of people would have picked Zeke at number 3. So Brad, you get the number 8 ranking with Zeke. Volume is good. 17, 19, and 14. You can't be mad. You could expect a little more out of him, but you can't really be mad. He's had 15, 17, and 16 carries. So he's getting work. If that offense was better, he'd just do better. But that puts you at number 8, just because you had the 3rd overall pick, and he isn't. He's only the number 8 running back right now. So number 7, we have OBJ. Alex picked OBJ. It's not a bad pick. He put 22 points and then 9 and then 19. So he's the 20th ranked receiver. It's early in the year, so it'll even out and he'll be top 10. But you had a late pick. You picked him over, I don't know, McCaffrey, I guess. You could have picked Dalvin Cook, but he sucked. We already see that. So I don't know. I just put you at number 7, just because we'll see how well that offense does this year. At number 6, Hopkins, the number 12th, the final pick in the first round. 15, 23, and 14. So number 17 receiver, you got him in the last pick. He hasn't really had a flop yet, so that's good. But because he hasn't done anything too crazy, you guys sit at number 6, middle of the pack. Number 5, that was Connor and Nathan, by the way. Number 5, Antonio Brown. He was the 5th pick. So Hunter, you get number 5. He's a can't-miss guy. 24, 15, and 17 are his points through 3 weeks. So, consistent. You just could have picked Kamara before him or Saquon or someone. So, you get the number 5 just because he hasn't really boomed, I guess. Business isn't booming for him right now. That's his phrase. Number 4, Melvin Gordon. Colin, you swiped him from me. That is who I wanted. I thought he might even go into the 2nd round. You did a great job of taking him at 9. You knew who you wanted, and you took Melvin Gordon. So congrats on that. You get the number 4th. The number 4 rank in this, he put 27, 30, and 16. So he's the number 3 running back. Very, very good pick. At number 3, we have Coulter with Saquon Barkley. You got him at 8. and he's put up 20, 24, and 22. He is the number 4 ranked running back, and the only reason I ranked him higher than Colin was because there's a little risk in there, but Saquon is that whole team. Melvin Gordon isn't the whole team for the Chargers. Number 2, shit. Connor just messaged the group me saying maybe one day I'll come out with the power rankings. I need one of the co-commissioners to do that, guys. These videos take a long time. At number 2, Kamara with Nick. Nick, you get the number 2 pick. He slipped to you, so I mean, he fell in your lap. You'd be dumb not to take him. So congratulations on number 2. You have the number 1 running back right now. 43 points, 17 points, 34 points. I mean, cool. Congrats. And then the number 1 pick, he is Jeremy with Todd Gurley, helping him as the leading point scorer so far. The number 2 running back in the league. He's can't miss. I mean, you had to take Gurley. Bell gets taken, you take Gurley. 23 points, 32 points, 24 points. He's just so good. So that's where you all fall in the first round draft pick rankings. I think you can't really argue too much. Maybe Brad could argue that he should be higher, but there it is. Congratulations, Jeremy. You get the number 1 spot. Connor, the power rankings. We gotta figure out if someone. I'll do them eventually. All right, I'll do them. I need to come out with them on Tuesdays. That's my bad. All right. Next up, Week 4 matchups. All right, Week 4 matchups. We're going to try and roll through these quickly because I've already taken a lot of time, I feel, in this video. So we have Nick versus Hunter. I'm going Nick. His team's just way too good. I don't even need to go over anything about that matchup. We're going Nick there. And then we have Jeremy versus Partney. And correct me if I'm wrong, but these should be the people that you also play twice a year. Jeremy versus Partney. I will go Jeremy here for obvious reasons. He doesn't have anyone on bye. Partney has 2 guys on bye. One is Olsen, who's on the IR anyways, but Jeremy for obvious reasons. And then we got myself versus Jason. Obviously, I want to pick myself so bad, but I cannot. I can't pick myself at all. I can't come around to doing it. Jason, you're going to get the win. Congrats. We have Alex versus Connor and Nathan. This could be the week that Connor and Nathan get their first loss of the season. I'm looking at the teams. McCaffrey's on bye. Jordan Reed is on bye. Those are both on Connor and Nathan's. And then on Alex's, Cam Newton's on bye. But he has Jared Goff. So because of that reason and that reason only, I am going Alex with the win. He's going to take the first win from Connor and Nathan this year. Sorry. Then we got Coulter versus Brad. Brad, you're going to stay at 0-3. Coulter's team is just always good for some reason. So, sorry, you're going to stay at the bottom. And then lastly, Blaine versus Colin. Let's look at buys here. Do either of you guys have significant buys? Yes, Colin has Chris Thompson on bye. Colin has Alex Smith on bye. Blaine doesn't have Mark Ingram back. Evan Ingram's going to be out. Le'Veon's still out. We're going Colin, even though he has 2 guys on his bye. So those are Week 4 matchups. Again, get comfortable with these guys because you're going to see them again throughout the season. Guys, we got someone who is willing to take time out of their busy schedule to be on here with me. And that person is none other than Coulter Egemeyer. He's busy with classes. He's in school. But you know what? He took the time. He actually responded to me. I can't even get my co-commissioners to text me back with a video. Shots fired. But he responded to me. He said he'd get it done. He said he'd make the time. So here we are. Let's give him a call let's ask him a couple rapid-fire questions, and let's get him back into class, all right? Because we need him getting good grades. I don't know what you're majoring in. It's probably something medicine-wise. We need you to be in there so that you don't kill anyone later. Maybe, who knows, you'll be the co-chief of medicine with your brother or something if you end up graduating with honors. So, anyways, let's give him a call here. Okay. Coulter, welcome on Week 4 address. How you doing?
Doing good, Commish, doing good. Happy to be back on this week's address. Happy to be back in the greatest fantasy league this side of the Prime Meridian, so thanks for having me on.
How do you think this season's going so far for you?
Yeah, no, I'm pleased with how this season started so far. The 2-1 record is pretty good, considering I'm in what you could call grind mode with Fournette and Dougie B going out. I think they were my second and third round picks maybe, so a little tough to lose in week 1 and since then, but I appreciate you letting me squeak by with the victory in the rivalry week there. Had some bench receivers step up, give me some good numbers, so I'm happy that those are working out right there, and looking forward to kicking Brad's ass this week, so yeah.
What are your thoughts on people coming after your team name?
Yeah, no, it's a little disappointing to see all these people coming at my team name. You know, you got the likes of Connor and Nathan, the newbies, coming after it, but they're over there using Justin Tucker's team name, like real original, real tough. Nobody uses their kicker for a team name either, so. And then Colin said, I've Googled a couple times now, but he's over there with co-commissioner as his team name. Get a team name before you come at mine.
What other owner in this league are you impressed with?
Somebody I'm pleased with so far this year. I'm impressed by Nick. He's definitely an undervalued, underappreciated owner. He's got a good team, put together a good draft, putting up some big numbers. So I think he's definitely the dark horse and the guy to look after this year.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for being on. Taking time out of your schedule. Get to class.
All right, Commish. Appreciate you having me on. I'm going to head to class now. Have a good one.
Get out of here. Hung up on him. Get to class, Coulter. Hey, thanks for taking the time. That's what the League of Thrones is all about. Dedicating your time. All I ask is once every month, once every 2 months, dedicate some time, get on here. I'm not saying it's required, but if you want to make a name for yourself in this league, you got to show your face a little bit. You know, if you want to be on one of these, you can always get in contact with me. You know, but you gotta be on it. Gotta be able to send something in. All right, guys, look. I'm glad to have Coulter on. That was great. We do have one more ranking. We have one more ranking, and it is the ranking you all have been waiting for. Oh. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun just to talk about and just think about, like, the scenarios. like, you guys are going to be thinking about it at home, being like, cool, like, oh, he's going to get blown up, or, oh, he can't do it. Or just, like, imagining someone, oh, it's going to be good, boys. So, but before we get to that, we're going to dial it down. We're going to look at the standings real quick. I'm sorry, I know I got to do a little cliffhanger here. We're going to look at the standings, look at the point leader, look at the who's in last. That might be me or Brad, I don't know. We're going to look at that first, and then we'll get into the final finale. The rankings, 13 through 1st. It's going to be a good one. Just stand by, okay? Just stand by. Okay. The rankings on ESPN, Fantasy Football, League of Thrones, one division, 3 games in. Number 1, we have a tie. It is Nick and Connor Nathan's team, both at 3-0, both undefeated. Nick probably going to skate through this week. I mean, yeah, he's probably going to skate through every week. But Connor and Nathan have a big test this week that we already talked about, so they might get their first loss of the year. But those two are at top. We have a lot of 2-1s and 1-2s kind of in there. I am definitely the worst of the 1 and 2s, probably. Blaine and me. And then we have 2 winless teams. Those two teams are Hunter and Brad. It's just really funny because they were both bad last year too. So, you know, it's still early. You can still turn around. Things can happen. Changes get made in the NFL that we don't even have. Like Josh Gordon getting traded. You know, maybe LaShawn McCoy gets traded, Brad. Maybe he gets traded to a team that'll just use the crap out of him. Maybe he gets traded to the Jets. Maybe, who knows, okay? So, those are your rankings. Let's go ahead and look at the point leaders. Jeremy, you are still in first by 27 points now. Nick, you're in second. You guys can all see this. It's up here. Last place is still Brad. Hasn't broken 300. I barely got over 300 with 308. I mean, our teams are bad, Brad. Our teams are bad. Hunter, you're at 312. You're not that far away. At least Blaine's got 335. Like, us three are just, we're bad, okay? We're going to turn it around, guys. We're going to turn it around. You guys remember this moment. We're laughing at how bad our teams are. You just wait. We're going to come back. All right, we had to do that just as a formality. We have to go over that every week. Time for the rankings? Oh, guys, let's do it. Okay. The rankings. What you've been waiting for all week. Finally here. And I'm about to do it. But first, let me set the stage. Let me set the stage of how I processed all this in my head and came to what I came about. My conclusions, my rankings. This is a full point PPR ranking. Everyone's going to be playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Everyone will be playing against the Chiefs defense. And you will be ranked on what I feel your best position would be. So, what essentially I am doing is I am taking everyone in this league and I am saying how good of a fantasy player would you be? And I'm going off of one game. So, how many points, I guess you could think of this in your head. How many points, who would score the most points, who would score the least, best to worst fantasy players in our league, in real life, on the Steelers offense, playing against the Chiefs defense. Full point PPR. So, let's just get right into it. At number 13, dead last in the league, worst fantasy player to be put on the Steelers offense against the Chiefs D in real life. I can imagine him back there, dropping back. I have him as a quarterback. Jeremy Moss. I think you just throw a lot of picks. Okay? Now, look. I don't think anyone would do too well at quarterback. I mean, Peterman played in college, and he threw like 5 picks in one game for the Bills. But, Jeremy, I didn't see any other position you would really excel at. I mean, none of us are fast enough, but I don't think you're fast enough to play receiver. I don't think you're quick enough to really get open. I don't think you're big enough to play tight end. I think you get hurt in the first quarter if you play tight end trying to block like Derek Thomas coming off the edge. Dude, I'm just saying. So no tight end. Running back, I think you get hurt too. So I put you at quarterback. You're dropping back. You're looking for Big Ben, and you're looking for anybody on that I mean, you're just looking for anyone. I think you just get last. I think you end up with negative points. I don't think you do very well. This is going to be a long video if I do that on everyone. Anyways, number 12. So, Jeremy, you got 13. Number 12. Connor. Okay, look, hear me out, Connor. Okay, I didn't know where to put you. I just didn't know. I mean, you could be a quarterback. So we put that in there, but I think you'd get negative, so I didn't put quarterback in there. I put wide receiver. I don't think you'd be great at that. I think you finished with 0 points. You wouldn't get a single catch. I don't think you'd get open. I think anyone who threw it your way would probably get picked off. So yeah, 0 points. At least you didn't get negative. Yeah, so number 12, Connor. Number 11, Nick. Now, Nick, don't get mad. Look, I don't have much to go by. I know you played in high school, so I got you here as quarterback, receiver. Okay, a little bit of a tandem guy, okay? I think, you play some QB, you hand it off a little bit, maybe get a little wildcat in you. Hopefully you don't get hurt after you get hit once by, like, Eric Berry comes off the edge and just freaking knocks you out. But, maybe you pull one or two and get a couple, decimal points. And then maybe at receiver, I could see you playing the slot, getting a little slant, like one slant, and then you get hit and you're out for the rest of the game. So I got you with one catch for like 2 yards maybe, and then you're out with injury. So Nick, you get the number 11 spot, and that brings us to number 10, Colin Beffa. We got Colin Beffa, all 6'10" of them, dropping back at quarterback. I don't think you're fast enough or agile enough to play any other position, and I don't know if you got a strong enough arm to throw it too far, but I think you are a game manager. You're like a poor man's Alex Smith, Colin. I think if I put you out there, you'd be smart enough to just hand it out every single time. And I think what you would do is you would audible plays and just do them little shuffle passes to anyone. Vance McDonald, James Conner, you just a little shuffle pass so that they go and you get your points. So you finished with a couple points, Colin. Congratulations. You didn't throw any passes downfield. You pretty much ran the Georgia Tech offense with the Steelers because you audibled everything to a run because you were too scared to throw it downfield, and you just threw them little shovel passes. So congrats. If you get sacked, though, you're screwed, man. You're out. I just imagine Colin dropping back and just running around and hit someone knock all 150 pounds of his 6'10" frame out. So, Colin, you're number 10. Number 9, this was tricky. I didn't know where to put this guy, but I had to find a spot for him. I got Partney at number 9, okay? Hear me out. I don't have a position for Partney. I put him as utility. You can't read. It's probably backwards. Utility. I don't know. He's just one of those gadget guys. I mean, he's playing D-tackle one snap, and then they go on offense, and he's playing fullback. So I think Partney, you'd be best suited at fullback. You got some size to be able to, like, move around, just kind of, like, fall forward maybe. I mean, you probably get lit up and fall backwards, but maybe you fall forward once or twice. I think, actually, now that I think about it, Colin should have been a little higher because of his game managing skills, but we're keeping it there. Partney, I think because Steelers are high powered. I think they give you a goal line carry and you're getting in the end zone, okay? But that's it. You got no yards. And if you, I don't know when the last time you worked out was. You might not be able to catch your breath after one series, I tell you what. And you better hope they don't call a pass play and have you back there pass protected, because I tell you what, you better just leave if they got you pass protected. Okay, that's number 9. We got Coach Partney at the utility spot. Number 8, I didn't know where to put this guy either, but he works out. He looked good in a tank top last week on his little interview we had. We got Nathan Lambert at the number 8 spot, and I have him as a wide receiver running back, kind of like a little Tavon Austin. I think he's big enough to take a couple hits before he gets hurt. So it all comes down to just catching a couple balls. I think, he'd be able to catch some balls out of the backfield. I think if he could just catch like 3 balls, he's set. 3 balls, 30 yards. I think that's manageable. And then that puts him right above Partney if he can get a little more. So we got Nathan just because he's got some size. So, he's going to be a little more durable. He's not going to go out in the first quarter like everyone. I mean, if I already named your name, you're going out in the first quarter. I mean, maybe even the first drive if you get the ball, if you're lucky enough. I mean, God. Okay, so next up, number 7, we have Hunter. Hunter was a damn good receiver in high school, okay? You might not know it. He was a good receiver. So I got him playing wide receiver. I think he catches quite a few balls. I think he catches, obviously all this stuff has to be game planned and like Big Ben's just rifling it into you, just hoping you catch one. But I think Hunter, he'd be smart enough to pick holes in the zones. He got enough arm strength and enough size to like last a half and catch a couple balls. And, I mean, the Chiefs' D is so bad, you could just maybe, like, linger around in the end zone and catch a touchdown. So, Hunter, congrats. You got the number 7 spot. Now, we're into the top half. So, if you made it 6 on, you're in the, what would this be called? The 50th percentile? Number 6, Coulter. You're probably mad I put you at 6 because, I mean, you played and everything. Wide receiver, I think you do this. You're about the same as Hunter. You guys are basically tied in my book. You catch some balls. You're a good route runner. You got decent hands. Just, you know, don't worry about blocking anyone. You'll get hit sticked. And then I think because it's the Chiefs D, they're getting to the end zone a lot. You're gonna catch a touchdown. Okay, you're just gonna go in there and you're gonna hope he can pop up and catch it and then fall down and look around and then you do your little end zone celebration and you get out of there because you got the rest of your life to live. You ain't trying to get knocked out. Okay, number 5. This guy's gonna be mad. I put him at number 5. Okay, this guy's gonna be mad. And I got Alex. Now, Alex, I put you at 5 for a couple reasons. One is you're not catching any balls out the backfield, I'll tell you that much. I mean, we all seen your hands in high school. But what you do have going for you is you can go beast mode like, oh, my screen's dimming. You can go beast mode like Marshawn Lynch. I mean, I seen you truck stick some 4A high school kids. You know, does that translate to the NFL? I don't think so, but, you know, I think you're pounding it through the middle, okay? So you're just gashing it, and I think you're durable enough, like, you ain't gonna get hurt. Don't fumble the football. If you fumble, you're screwed and you're negative, but I think you're smart enough to know just, like, kind of go with it, hold on to the ball and go down. Them shoulders that you are so proud of, use them to hit people. I think you're getting 2 touchdowns. I mean, you're like the Kareem Hunt, basically. I mean, you're kind of this... I don't know, you're not the same size, but if you wanted to, I think you get a couple touchdowns, so congrats on that. The next person I got at number 4, beating Alex, now I'm rethinking it, but whatever, I already wrote it out, and I'm just deciding it. Jason, you are number 4. And I got you playing quarterback, and I also got you playing tight end. I think you could be one of them gadget guys. You could throw for a touchdown, like a little, like, sweet pass. I'm just imagining all this in my head, you guys. Like, I can't even imagine. And then I got you catching a touchdown or 2. And, guys, this is all based off if, like, I mean, the game plan is to get you the ball. So, I mean, it's not like you're just part of the offense. We're game planning to get you guys the ball, and I still think Jeremy's going negative at number 13. And all this takes into account, like, you got to be in shape. If you get hurt, like, if you get hit once and you get hurt, you're out. And I think Colin could get sacked once and he'd go out. Like, I'm done, dude. I got a family. Okay, Jason, I think you catch a couple balls. I think you throw a touchdown gadget play because the Chiefs D is so bad and it's going to be a shootout. Congrats on being number 4. At number 3, we have one of the better athletes to come out of Festus in a lot of years. I got Blaine at number 3. At wide receiver, of course. Now, Blaine, you best come in healthy. You've been riddled with injuries. Don't be using the Eaglemeyer curse on yourself. Look, I don't know if you have the speed anymore, but you got the size. I mean, you're 6'2", 6'3". You got great hands. I mean, the corners in the NFL aren't huge, and the Chiefs' corners are bad. Like, they're faster than you, but you could rise up and high point some balls. So if we're just bullet and back shoulders and fade routes and I wouldn't throw any slants to you across the middle. You imagine running across the middle and Eric Berry's coming at you and he's fresh off his Achilles injury first game and you're just like, he's out for blood and Blaine's just running across the middle like a wounded deer because his hamstrings hurt, but he wants to get some points. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, guys, I got Blaine at number 3. He's going to catch a couple touchdowns at least. They're going to get down the field and he's going to just be in there and catch a couple balls. He's tall, so he'll get it. He's good. Now, number 2 and number 1, if you haven't been paying attention, there's 2 names I haven't said. And this is going to trigger a lot of you guys. Like, what I'm about to say is going to trigger a lot of you guys. But it's true. This is 100% accurate. Now, the next two people I say have two positions, just like some others. And I guess we could put everyone in this category, but it all rank out probably the same. Number 2 is Brad. And number 1 is me. Now, the reason I came to this, because I wasn't even thinking about this until I was making the list the other night. We're kickers, so we just gotta kick the ball. And if we're playing for the Steelers defense, for the Steelers offense, we're gonna be kicking at least like 5 extra points. I mean, that's 5 points right there. And then we gonna be kicking field goals. I mean, we could purposely just kick it on 3rd down if we're going for straight points. I mean, I might miss a couple, but I mean, hell, like, I'm good for 40 and in still. Like, come on, I know Brad still is. It ain't like we're. I mean, so Brad, you're number 2. I had to put myself number 1 because, I mean, I just think if I go out as receiver 2, I'd catch a couple more balls, you know. I'd catch it and go straight down, man. I got to save myself for them PATs and the field goals. So I'd say I'm number 1, you're number 2, Brad, but together, we're tops in the league when it comes to PPR fantasy players. I tell you what, you put us on the Steelers offense and special teams as kickers and receivers, our best positions. I mean, if any of you guys want to go out and play defense, by all means, go for it, but you're going to get lit up and you're going to be hurt. So, you know, there ain't nothing else you can get points for except offense and kicker. There you have it, boys. I am number 1. Jeremy, you are last. I hope you guys like where you fell. If you want to argue this, come on the next commissioner's address and we'll argue it. You tell me why you think you should be ranked higher and I'll hear you out. But you guys gotta send me some videos if you want to argue this. So anyways, that's where the league ranks in real life. PPR. Now, just imagine this, guys, because I was thinking about it and I was like, God, could you imagine? Like, whatever position you decide to play, you're screwed. If we're being honest, no one's scoring any points. Well, Brad and I can score some points if we're only kickers. But if we're being honest, no one's scoring points. I mean, Blaine, you really think you want to run a slant or a post into Eric Berry or any of the linebackers in the NFL? No, you don't. You're going to be so scared you ain't going to catch anything. Colin, you really think you're going to be able to throw balls downfield as a quarterback? Like, anyone who thinks they can play running back, if you're the feature back, which you have to be, like, you're the guy, any pass play, if you get called to run block or to pass block, no, you're getting lit up, dude. Imagine, imagine TJ Watt coming off the edge and you're just standing there. He's full force and you're just standing there with your hands up, shuffling your feet. And you're just taking a hit so that, you're better off just being like, screw it, I'm running a bubble, Ben, drop it off. Like, you're not blocking anyone. Like, Jason, you might be able to chip a guy. You might be able to chip someone while playing tight end, but your shoulder's going to come out of socket because you ain't used to doing that. I mean, guys, it was fun imagining all this, and I hope you guys can think about it too, just imagining everyone in the league and how they do. But it would be really scary to go out there and do this. This whole thing started by me thinking and asking my brother, I said, how much money would it take for you to go out there? No, we were playing. I was at the game. I was at the Chiefs game, and I was like, how many yards do you think you could rush against the Chiefs D? Because Burrito was going off, and he was like, I don't know. I'm good for at least like 30. I was like, I think I can do that too. Like, you get one good hole and you're off. And we were like, yeah. Would you do it for free for experience, or would you have to get paid? And we were like, we do it for free, just to do it. But that's how it all started. I just started thinking, like, who in the league would be the best? And then I was like, oh, yeah, Brad and I are kickers. We're the best. So there you have it, boys. That's the ranking. That's what I've been thinking about all week. I could have done a better job, but whatever. You are where you are. If you want to argue your spot, go ahead, send a video my way, and I'll put it up here next week. But for now, those are your rankings. It was really fun to think about that. Okay, so anyways, this video is too long. Just this one clip is 18 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and cut it off here. Good luck, everyone, next week.